I just want to say that there are monsters in this world, and make sure when you're out and about, keep your head on a swivel. Make sure that when you're walking alone, you're walking at night or whatever, you keep your wits about you. You make sure your surroundings are guarded, and you make sure that any people that you deem suspicious, any people that you deem like, hey, this guy doesn't seem right. Usually you can tell certain people, and they may have a hoodie on their head or they may walk a certain way. I'm not just saying that somebody has a hoodie on their head, but just certain types, like the way they walk, the way they move, the way they look. You just got to be very careful, because you never know what all the crazy shit going on nowadays, and all people just going crazy and snapping, and people just looking for trouble, and you got demons and monsters about. So you got to be very careful. And one thing you got to understand is that when the media uses certain disasters and certain circumstances, is utilized to divide people. They never want us to come together. The elites never want us to come together and actually support each other. Can you imagine if every person, who owns a home or whatever and got extra room, they can have a homeless person or somebody maybe live in their garage or somewhere like that, and you got to have maybe the homeless person vetted a bit. Maybe you got to go through some type of program or something like that, where they're not a crazy person. They're just somebody that's just down on their luck, but they're willing to work hard. They're willing to do whatever to get back on their feet. I don't know, man. It's just this world, you can't trust anybody, because it could be somebody that you let in your home, and then it could be somebody that's from fucking some war-torn nation, or maybe it's from this nation, whatever, and they're homeless because maybe they was in the Vietnam War and they took the wrong medicine, psychotic medicine, and then now they're just prone to relive their glory days in Vietnam, so you never know. So you got to be very careful with that aspect as well. But also just got to keep your guard up, man. You got to know what kind of people to let into your life and what kind of people not to let into your life. It took me a while to cut off a lot of people in my friend groups when I noticed that these people are not really benefiting me. They're kind of leading me down a path of just destruction and corruption, and that's not the path that I want to go down. So it's you got to be very mindful about the people you surround yourself with, the people you talk to, the people you interact with, and the people that you engage with. It's why a lot of people, philosophers and people like that, isolated themselves. The greatest philosophers would isolate themselves. The Hindu monks and shit like that, they'll go in caves by themselves and be there for months, sometimes years. Maybe they have a little monk monastery on top of a mountain, and it's just nothing but monks and no women or whatever, which is weird. But I guess they're trying to gain their spirituality, right? And so they're focusing all on pure spiritual growth and development, and that means a lot of things for different people. But for me, spiritual growth and development just means that you spiritually mature. You start to understand and utilize your spiritual powers. You stop letting the deception of the world get to you. You stop letting the media and Fox News and all these media outlets tell you what to believe in and what to think. There's monsters in this world, and they're all trying to get you. Yes. There's monsters in your mind. There's monsters around you. There's monsters online. There's monsters when you go to the grocery store. There's monsters when you go outside. There's monsters at your job. There's monsters everywhere. You got to be protected and guarded, man, because they're looking to get in, man. They're looking to attack you. And recently we've seen all types of media, just a media blitz of certain circumstances, with certain individuals and things of that nature. And it's just it's funny how when somebody does something, they make it like it's a lone wolf, and then it looks suspicious, because it's there's no way this person could have targeted this person and then put the rifle down their pants. It just doesn't make any sense. We look at certain mainstream situations, and when the FBI comes out and says, we got this guy, we got him, and it's I think the FBI is more involved than what they're letting on with certain individuals. Certain individuals, they raise up for certain things that they want to be out there in society. And then next thing you know, they neutralize their target. See, the elites love doing that. They love to, as Professor Black Truth eloquently says, the supremacist powers love to break their tools once they're done with them. You know what I mean? The people that are on top of this world, the Jays, they, once they're done with their tools, they break them. Look what happened to Gaddafi, you know what I mean, when he tried to build an African nation that wasn't found on a foundation of Israeli banks and stuff like that. And then he got eliminated and neutralized, And it's very interesting. You look at this world, knowing that there's monsters that utilize deception, kind of like a tiger walking through a jungle forest, and its colors blend in with the damn foliage, and it hops upon a deer or some unfortunate animal, So you got to be strong, man. You got to fight these monsters day after day, time at a time, again and again. Every day is a battle. Every day you're going to battle something. Every day somebody's going to try to fuck with you. Every day it's going to be a battle. You have to stay strong, man. Seriously. I know you're going through, because people email me and say, hey, bro, I'm glad you're making videos again, because, I'll be at work and I'll be having your videos playing, And I'm just like, damn, that's crazy. A few people told me that, man, over the time I had my channel. And it's like, I'm just talking and venting. It would be cool that if I would have been at 5,000 subscribers right now and got monetized and made a little change from this, because that would have definitely fucking helped me, a couple of $300, $400 there for making these videos and shit. With 5,000 subscribers, it was possible. And plus, I was getting the views and getting the watch time and all that. And it was growing. And I was just starting to get to the point where it's like my video was probably getting 800 to like 900 views. It's probably going to hit 1,000. And like the screenshot I got was like a month and a half before my channel got down. The screenshot I showed you when I say I missed my channel on my post right now, that was like a month and a half or something like that before my channel got taken down, And I'm just like, wow, now I got to start from scratch. And now I got more eyes on me. Eyes I don't want, ears I don't want listening. It's going to be even more difficult and harder to build a channel because people are like, damn, Black Pill Villain, you're not, can you go on the bots and all that? It's like, bro, I can't do the bot videos right now, man. I just can't. First of all, I'm not in the mood. Second of all, I'm not in the position. Third of all, I'm in a very precarious situation. I don't get too deep in it, but let's just say this, man. This world, man, you got to be very careful with who you let into your life. You got to be very careful who you look up to and idolize as well. Like, never idol another man. That's another thing, Everybody got mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody got skeletons in their closet. Everybody has something that if you know about that person, you'd be like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, just look at your favorite rappers. Like all my favorite rappers, there's been rumors and speculations, you know what I mean? Like, like almost everybody been at a Diddy party. Hell, Trump was at a Diddy party. You know what I mean? You see these princes, Prince, which prince was it? One of those damn princes, I think he was wearing a damn swastika at a party, one of those princes in Britain, he was at the Diddy party, so it's like, the Hollywood elites, they're doing all types of weird things in this world. They're monsters, and then every year, it's something that doesn't get talked about, but did you know that every single year, thousands of kids go missing? On some Dave Politis type, stuff, some missing 411 type crap, thousands of kids go missing, thousands of people go missing, thousands of adults, and all these organs are missing as well, So, and that's another thing. That's another multi-billion-dollar industry is organ harvesting, illegal organ harvesting, working in unison with the fucking CIA and the cartels. This shit gets deep. They're all corrupted. We live in a system of corruption. We live in a system ran by monsters. When you go to court, they call it criminal court. Yeah, court ran by the damn criminals. And then the judges wear black, all black for the Saturn cult. That's the ancient cult of Saturn. You know what I mean? Because you see, color configurations have spiritual alignments and allegiances as well. Colors are not just colors. Colors were all created for a reason. That's why certain colors can evoke emotional responses. Colors can evoke distress. Colors can evoke happiness. Colors can evoke melancholy. Colors can evoke deep happiness, deep inflection. Colors mean something. That's why certain women, when they wear certain colors, it pops for them. That's why they wear certain lipsticks. It look more beautiful. And the same with males. Like certain people have certain colors. It's like a style thing. Like some people they like warm colors. They like this. Some people are naturally attracted to certain colors. So when the government knows about how to control the human mind, but the elites, they have thousands of years to study this. They have ancient demonic spirits that they talk to. They have fallen angels or fallen archons, whatever you want to call them, that they talk to in secret, and they gain spiritual knowledge and acclamations, and they know about the human mind. So they know how to manipulate your mind. That's why they have this media propaganda of certain things and issues to make people fight against each other. They want us, the plebeians, to fight against each other. Meanwhile, the elites are in unison to destroy us. And before you know, it's going to be a proliferation of artificial intelligence and integration. That's going to lead to the decimation and annihilation and termination and extermination of the human foundation. Point blank period. This is a battle, but man, for you youngsters, man, make sure you guys stay focused. Point blank period. Stay focused. Don't let nobody take you off your pivot. Don't let nobody take you off your game. And watch for these monsters, man. It's like you're at Skinwalker Ranch or Dilatov Pass or Port Chatnau, Alaska, where all these demons and monsters lurk, So know that there's monsters around you. And there's people that just hate you and want to destroy you, And you just got to keep on doing your thing, making your beats, making your music, writing your little books, whatever you do, man. Whether you want to be a car mechanic, you want to be an airplane pilot. Somebody told me he was going to pilot school. I was like, bro, I'm proud of you, bro. He's like, yeah, bro, I've listened to your videos like the last year and listening to you and your situation and stuff. It motivated me to go to pilot school, man. So I thank you for that. I'm like, wow. He told me that sometimes he'd be flying his little, I guess it's like, I forgot the damn name of the plane, but it's a one-seater. You know what I mean? And he had like his phone playing loud my videos and shit like that, Even though in the airplane you can barely hear because it's like you got the whole shit, like the earphones in for the plane, you know. But I think he was flying low somewhere, you know. And he lives in Alaska. I'm like, damn, I got people in Alaska that know about me. I got people in Germany, people in Japan, you know. I'm like, wow, I got people from around the world. You can, on my old channel, you can look at the demographics. Now I haven't checked my demographics on this channel because this channel's not big enough. We don't even have 1,000 subscribers. It's like anything below 1,000 subscribers is like, okay, what's the point of even making videos, right? But you just got to keep going, you know, point blank, you know. And yeah, peace.